Nice hat-trick, George. What are your plans for the future?
Great debut for the boys. Stunning hat-trick. Couldn't be happier. Next stop, the Premiership.
Get Fizz in here. I don't want him playing up in front of the cameras.
Hang on, let's go. Cheers. All the teams, please. George's pleased. We're focused and ready for the weeks ahead. What's it like working for the new boss? Excellent. What can I say? He's a man's genius. What about the gambling problem? Rubbish. Congratulations on the hat-trick. Well done, Fizz.
My new striker got a couple of goals. Very pleased with himself. He has a tendency to push the boat out. Keep an eye on him, will you?
Hey, boss.
Speak of the devil.
How's about the hat-trick?
Next time, don't leave us late in the game. Why anybody has to pay out so much money for so much aggravation? Women drinking, red cards on the pitch. If he steps out of line, he's out. Juniors or no juniors. And I'll make sure nobody else buys it.
Rosemary. Iris. You look stunning. If you weren't my sister, I'd be quite jealous.
Oh, you're quite well, dear. You look so pale.
You too, darling.
Mr. Faraday, great results today, sir.
Yeah. Well, without George Barton, the win today wouldn't have been possible.
Mrs. Faraday, you're in the Minister of the Last. Can I show you in?
We need people like George Barton, people with vision, people with a desire to look forward. So all I can say is 3-0.
Brilliant. Well done, sir. Thank you.
Excuse me. I'll just see if everything's in order.
I know how you detest these people. Thank you for coming.
It's what wives do.
Alexandra, Stephen, come and join us. Have a glass of champagne. Rosemary, you already know, yeah?
So where's this great new player of yours I've heard so much about?
Fizz, come and meet Mrs. Faraday.
Hello, nice to meet you. Hello.
This is Mr. Stephen Faraday, her husband. He's an up-and-coming politician on the telly all the time. Great friend of the club.
Although he did keep us waiting till just short of the final whistle, Fizz did pull a hat-trick out of the bag and proved himself capable of justifying the fortune I paid for him. So, keep up the good work, son. To the club and its new striker.
She's very fragile, isn't she?
Who?
Rosemary.
Is she? I hadn't noticed.
I've got to go to Hong Kong next week. Why don't you come with me? A few days in the Seychelles. Just the two of us.
I don't know, George.
We'll have a bit of time together. There's something else that I'd like to celebrate tonight. Well, it's not an anniversary as such, but to me, every day is celebrations. Rosemary changed my life. Sometimes I think I'm getting a bit soft. But Rosie is the love of my life. I'm endlessly amazed and grateful that she's taken on a monster like me. So I'd like you to all be upstanding and raise your glasses to Rosemary.
To Rosemary. I never know if you're supposed to drink to yourself or not. Then drink to George. To George.
What's wrong? Hey!
What is it? Stephen, what have you done? Do something! Somebody!
You know I love them, but how long are Rebecca and Sam going to be here?
Well, we can't send them home to live on a building site.
I wasn't suggesting that.
Maybe the builders will pick up speed.
Well, about the time pigs fly. The clearest thinker in all this is Rebecca's husband. Couldn't have timed his trip to New York better if he'd tried. Unless, of course, he did try.
Do stop whinging. It'll keep us young to have them here.
Morning.
Oh,
Morning, sweetheart. Looking forward to the zoo, Sam? Grandad and I are, aren't we, Grandad?
Oh, what?
The zoo. We're going to the zoo.
You didn't tell me that.
Yes, I did.
So I can go shout at the builders?
Yes, do Sam good to get out in the fresh air, won't it?
Why didn't that phone ring?
We have 2 telephone lines.
Why?
Tell me, Sam, how are you at boiling eggs?
Absolutely, as soon as we can.
Who is it?
It's Hoffman. McCain wants to see us immediately.
That's fantastic. Can I ever go on it?
Not now. Grandad's busy.
Colonel Reese.
Daddy has an emergency. In army pensions.
Well, your father is indispensable. Hello?
Hurry, make an excuse. You'll have to keep Sam away from your computer.
It's fine. I installed a childproof lock before we left.
Where?
It's an electronic one. It's in the computer. Anyway, all the files are encrypted, so it's quite safe. Sometimes I think you do this on purpose. I do wish McCain wouldn't root us through the back as if we were servants.
That's what we are.
So was James Bond.
I'll get this one.
Last night, a woman died in a West End club. Her name was Rosemary Barton. She was having dinner with her husband, some minor celebrities, footballer, and someone who interests us very much.
How did she die?
Collapsed. She hadn't been well, but she had a history of drugs and suicide attempts. 5 years ago, she married
George Barton.
Self-made multi-millionaire.
You are so elegant. So classy.
Moved up the social ladder when he married Rosemary.
If only.
There were several other people at the dinner. Rosemary's sister, Iris Marl. Personal trainer and style guru to actors, celebrities. Bit of a celebrity herself. Constantly photographed, linked with an endless stream of eligible bachelors.
I can't wait to see their faces when we tell them.
What if I don't wear any knickers? Would the thought keep you revved up for later?
Lucilla Drake, aunt who brought up Rosemary and Iris when their parents were killed in a car crash. Took them on when they were 8 and 5, respectively. Husband abandoned her 29 years ago. It's rumored he's somewhere in Argentina.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Darling boy, it's been months since you've let me give you anything.
You've done more than enough for me.
She has a son, Mark.
Too much, in fact. I should start looking after you.
Bit of a playboy. He wasn't at the dinner party. Ruth Lessing. Barton's PA for the last 10 years. Knows more about him than anyone else, apparently. Lives alone, no personal liaisons, edging towards 40. No pets.
You know Mr. Barton likes his champagne to be very cold, so please keep the ice buckets topped up. Also, should any member of staff offend him in any way, he must be replaced immediately. Is that understood?
Yes. And the reason you are here today. Stephen Faraday.
Minister for Culture, Media and Sport.
Political high flyer with overweening ambitions and no connections.
His wife?
And his connection. Alexandra Lawrence. Her father was well placed in the party before he retired. Give the Prime Minister a serious leg up. I've heard no rumors involving Faraday, but the press are digging. I want you to stay ahead of them.
What are we looking for?
Potential embarrassment to the government. Affairs, drugs, corruption, dubious friends. He's in line for serious promotion. But only if he's squeaky clean. Faraday's emailing you a copy of his appointments for the last 3 months, encrypted as usual. He'll be at home for the next hour. He's expecting you. You'll find the address in here. The slightest hint of trouble, and I want to be informed immediately. Clear?
What is it about politicians and football? Like magnets and iron filings.
You may be perfectly innocent.
No one in power is perfectly innocent. It's a contradiction in terms. So, who talks to Faraday, you or me?
He's a minister. He's used to abuse. Bad cop first. Anyway, I assume you'd rather I dealt with the emails.
And your whiz kid, Hoffman.
He's our whiz kid.
Could have fooled me.
So what if Faraday has been up to something?
He'll deny it. The press will dig. The story will leak. McCain will spin it. PM will declare unconditional support, and 36 hours later...
Faraday will spontaneously resign.
Unless it's something really serious.
Such as?
Murder.
Jeffrey, this is England. Wants us to look at these. 3 months of diary appointments of Stephen Faraday, MP.
What are we looking for?
Potential scandal. Motivations?
Greed, lust, revenge.
Clues?
Lies, inconsistencies, repeating patterns.
Or maybe even something that constitutes a fact. Just to confound the critics. Quick as you can, Andy. Yes?
I'm here to see the minister.
Stephen?
Darling, I didn't know you were going to Manchester.
I'm Colonel Reese, Minister. McCain sent...
Please, you can go in. I won't be a moment. But, we need to talk.
Ring me.
Not over the phone.
I shall be back on Thursday evening.
Five minutes and then I must be off. What does McCain want to know?
If there is any cause for concern in last night's unfortunate incident.
A woman's dead. And I thought that's cause for concern.
I'm sure you know what he means.
Was I involved in any compromising way with any of the people at the dinner? Absolutely not.
Your reason for being there?
Barton invited me.
And your connection with Barton?
He wants to ingratiate himself with the government, fast-track himself to a knighthood. As Minister for Sport, I'm a logical conduit.
I assume you got something out of it.
Why, you don't believe in altruistic politicians? I'm a new minister. The more I'm seen to associate with the successful in the media, arts, sport, the higher my profile, and the faster I move on to more significant department.
How well did you know Mrs. Barton?
My wife and I had met her a few times at similar occasions. It's a terribly tragic event, Colonel. But nothing to do with my wife or me. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Have a cup of tea.
Oh, Priscilla. We were everything to each other. Nobody's ever going to believe that. They'll say she was with me for my money.
No. She had money of her own. She loved you.
Do you think she killed herself?
No, she stopped all that years ago. But she has seemed rather unhappy recently. She so wanted children.
The press want a statement.
I don't want to talk to them.
Let me give them a statement and they'll go away.
They never go away. I said no phone calls.
It's mine. Oh, darling.
I will not have your son in this house.
He wants to talk to you.
Not now.
He's coming over.
Not now.
I don't care what Barton says. I should be with you now. Rosie.
Oh, Kate, do you realise what the Department Budget Cuts have really done to us? Cast us adrift in the hell of public transport. Crossing central London is a nightmare. I suppose there aren't riots in the streets.
Oh, stop whinging.
Faraday says he knew Barton professionally and Rosemary hardly at all.
Believe him?
All political scandals begin with denial. I wouldn't trust any of them as far as I could throw them. But as I was taking route at the bus stop, I did some old-fashioned ringing round. Everything McCain told us is confirmed, of course. Thought we should take a look at the footage from the club's internal security cameras.
There won't be any.
Of course there will.
What? Recording party time among the rich and famous.
Initial forensic reports show no unidentified fingerprints. No hard evidence at all, really. You'll be in your element.
So, if it is murder, one of these is the murderer.
Faraday has his haircut every other Thursday at 3:30.
Maybe he likes to look nice. He is in the public eye. Could just be the photo. But let's assume it's not, because on the other Thursdays at 3:30, he has acupuncture. Now, does he look like a candidate for acupuncture?
No.
No. You see, it's exactly the sort of thing the press will get onto. Thank God they haven't got hold of these.
They will.
How?
Email.
It's encrypted.
I broke the code last night.
You did it again.
In under an hour. I've told security.
Can you hack into Faraday's bank account? No one could have a better sister. How could she kill herself? When she tried before, she didn't really mean it. Slashing her wrist, took an overdose of aspirin. She knew not to take paracetamol in case we didn't find her in time. Why didn't she talk to me? Let me help. Unless someone killed her.
Don't even think it.
Do you remember when the girls first came to live with us? It was so good to them.
I knew what it was like to lose one parent. I couldn't begin to imagine what it would be like to lose them both.
You were a darling to share me.
They were lucky to have you.
500 white lilies. 500, yes. As soon as the body is released. Yes, you have our account details. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thursdays, 5:07 p.m. A ATM on West Kensington. Tokyo Gold Sushi Bar, a weekly order of £30, 70 pence.
Thursdays. How did you do that?
The schedules name the restaurants and clubs he normally frequents. Those lead to credit cards, then banks, then direct debits, standing orders, and regular expenditures. If there was a regular order, there may be Irregular address.
Can you track it down?
Yeah, give me a moment.
Every Thursday, Faraday paid for a regular delivery of sushi to a flat in Kensington.
Susie who?
Sushi. Japanese food, raw fish.
I know what sushi is. You said Susie.
I don't want to worry you, Geoffrey, but you aren't picking up everything I say these days.
That's because you mumble.
Can I go on? Right, this means he was up to something. Andy's tracking down the address where the sushi was delivered, and he's finding out from the landlord's register who rented it.
Clever bugger. What about the pathology report? Why don't you go to the mortuary? Maybe coax out confidential information.
Why don't you go yourself?
Catherine.
What kind of professional turns to jelly at the sight of a dead body?
A sensitive, caring one.
The flat was paid for by Rosemary Barton.
An affair. Oh, the PM will be pleased. Tell Faraday I'm on my way.
What's my favourite troubleshooter snooping into this time?
Dead body, Henry. Rosemary Barton, mistress to one Stephen Faraday, Minister for Culture, Media and Sport.
Ah, scandal. Keeps us both in business. How's Geoffrey?
Fine.
Anytime he'd like another tour of my facilities, I'd be only too happy to oblige.
How was the talk screen?
The police will bring you up to speed.
Oh, come on, Henry, be a pal.
I'm waiting for it to come back.
But you will ring me.
Along with the police. But I can tell you there are no bruises or abrasions. No element of force was used. Something toxic killed her. But even when I know what it is, I won't be able to say for certain whether it was suicide or murder.
But it was quick.
Yes. Not usual for someone who's made ineffectual attempts in the past. There is something else. She'd had an abortion recently. 10 days or so ago, by the looks of things. And she was on fertility treatment.
Geoffrey, news.
How did you find out? Rosemary and I were...
It wasn't difficult.
I'll prepare a statement, talk to McCain. Plenty of politicians survive affairs.
The evidence points to unlawful death. Murder.
Oh, who would... Poor Rosie.
How long had the affair been going on?
Jesus, I can't be a suspect.
How long had the affair been going on?
About 4 months.
Who ended it?
I did 6 weeks ago.
Did Rosemary talk about wanting children?
Not mine. She and George have been trying for years.
She'd recently had an abortion.
Had the bastard.
Sorry.
Well, she wouldn't have had an abortion even if it was mine. She wanted a child too much. No, George must have known about her. This must have made her do it. But to kill her?
Why would he do that?
He's the most ruthless, calculating man I've ever met. And believe me, in this world... Now, if George knew about Rosemary and me...
What about your wife?
What about her?
Did she know about Rosemary?
No.
Are you going to tell her?
Yes. Yeah, when I see her on Thursday.
If I were you, I wouldn't leave it that long.
Oh, shit.
The affair will hit the press.
And another government minister bites the dust. All right, Sam.
What time is Rebecca back?
Well, she's been to see the builders, and The roofers have promised to finish by the end of next week.
Oh, which only leaves the electricians, the plumbers, the central heating.
Poor old Sam. You must find all this very unsettling. And you'll probably adjust around about the time that they leave.
I'm not that slow.
That why you stayed with me all this time?
Stop fishing, Petal.
Do you remember the first time you took me home to meet your family? Your mother's face when she heard my flat vowels. You were brave to take me on. Oh. Mortuary.
Come on, Sam. Kick it back to me.
Right. Tox screen's back. Potassium cyanide. Lethal, fast-acting poison.
Murder, perhaps.
Well, my money's on Barton. If he knew about the affair or the abortion, then he'd have had a motive.
Faraday has a motive too, of course. If Rosemary threatened to go to the press about the affair, or tell his wife...
Or if the baby was his, and Alexandra knew about it, then she could be a suspect.
Oh, Barton and Faraday are quite enough to be getting on with.
I'll make it 11 suspects. Round that table were 4 staff, 7 guests, and 1 dead woman. Maybe I'll go and talk to Iris. Sisters often confide in each other.
And if she and Rosemary didn't communicate?
Well, then it'll speak volumes.
I'll go and see Barton, and then pay a visit to the nightclub. Maybe
How long can we keep Rebecca in the dark?
Look, Kate, the children like you to be in school administration, me to be in army pensions. Why rock the boat now?
Absolutely. Save the truth for the obituaries.
Sorry to bring you round the back, Colonel. The press are all out front. They just won't leave Mr. Barton alone.
This must all be a terrible shock.
He's had a lot in his life.
How well did you know Rosemary?
She stayed away from George's business affairs, so we only really saw each other at formal social functions.
How did she and Mr. Barton get along?
That really was none of my business.
But you must have formed an opinion.
George loved his wife very much.
How would you describe Mr. Barton's temperament?
He believes things should be done properly.
So he has a temper.
He believes things should be done properly.
Can you think of any reason why anyone would want to kill Rosemary?
But I thought she had a history of suicide.
Yes. But we don't think it was suicide. Can you think of anyone?
We must stay closer as a family now, look after each other.
Rosemary thought of you as a second mother. I do too.
I know that this is hardly the time to talk about money, but I am worried about my poor Mark. I do my best, but, well, he needs a little taking care of.
I love you and I love Mark very much. I'd do anything for you.
Thank you, dear. Where are you going?
I'm going to work. I will go mad if I stay here any longer.
Iris Marl? Yes? I'm Kate Kendall. It's good of you to see me at such a difficult time.
I loved her.
Stephen Faraday? I mean, I know sex with George wasn't up to much, but Faraday, so smooth. Did George know? I don't know. Did your sister love Barton?
He made her feel safe.
Did he love her?
Everyone loved Rosemary. She had a big heart.
When she inherited a fortune...
I wasn't jealous.
Do you know the terms of her will?
No.
You do stand a chance of profiting from her death.
What are you saying? I'm a suspect.
So you don't think it was suicide?
When Rosemary told me she was pregnant, I couldn't have been happier.
Oh, you knew?
She was over the moon, made me swear not to tell. I don't even think George knew. She'd had so many miscarriages, she wanted to wait until she was sure. I was so happy for her. But that's why I know she couldn't have killed herself.
Did she tell you about the abortion?
If the physio says you're fit, you're fit. Get on with it.
Actually, I'd like to see you later, Mr. Fitzgerald.
He's got another hour's training. You'll find him with the physio after. Thank you, Ruth.
And I'm hoping I might borrow Miss Lessing for an hour or two after we've finished to show me around the club where you all dined that night.
Yes, of course.
I'll phone the club. Let them know we're coming.
So, it wasn't a suicide.
Why do you say that?
McCain's people wouldn't question me about suicide. McCain's tentacles are everywhere. If he ever writes a book... I loved her. I really loved her, Colonel. You can scratch me off the list.
Why would you be on it?
Aren't spouses and relatives always at the top? Basically, we had a good marriage.
Why would anyone want to murder your wife?
I have enemies. Could be to get at me.
Could you give me a list?
How long have you got?
I understand Mrs. Barton was on fertility treatment.
Oh. I don't want that coming out in the press.
Were you aware she'd been pregnant?
In the past?
Recently.
When she was killed?
No. She'd had an abortion. I'm sorry, I assumed you knew.
I had no idea.
She'd also been having an affair.
Who with?
Stephen Faraday.
Get McCain. Now.
Barton's going to the press. If you don't want this whole mess to bury you, Faraday, you get round to that football club and you grovel.
Barton's a bastard. Reason he is where he is.
And his wife?
Didn't know her.
I gather you have rather a reputation with the ladies.
I like them. So what?
But not Rosemary.
You've got to be joking. Not that she weren't attractive in a skinny kind of way, but Barton would string up any bloke who went near her.
Were you aware of any family problems?
Well, there must have been. She topped herself.
Oh, we're ruling nothing out.
Murder? Barton killed his wife.
Why do you say that?
Well, it's always a spouse, isn't it?
Not always.
Well, don't go looking at me. I hardly knew the woman. You should speak to his assistant, Ruth Lessing. She knows all there is to know. Whether she'll tell you or not's a different matter.
Any luck with the nightclub? So, where did Rosemary sit?
Here.
And Barton and Faraday?
There and here.
If you could draw a plan. There must have been a period when the table was unattended.
Yes, there was. Whilst we were dancing, the waiters cleared it.
And you remember no one, apart from guests and staff, coming near the table?
No. I was watching from over there. There was no one. It happened so quickly, but it seemed to go on forever. I'd never actually seen anyone die before. And like that, in such pain.
Did you speak to the staff?
They've all worked here for years. Andy's checked them out. So have the police.
I'm adding Ruth to the list with Barton and Faraday.
Why?
A hunch.
You don't believe in those when I have them.
How do you get on with Iris?
She's upset. Seems genuine.
Suspect?
My hunch.
I need you to look into Mark
Drake. Andy's managed to get into his bank account.
In any other job, the man would be a menace.
Barton's been giving him money every month for the past 8 months.
Oh.
Mr. Faraday, I hope you're proud of yourself.
This is a difficult one, George.
How dare you? How long did it go on? Weeks? Months?
Let's, please, try and be civilized.
Civilized? You got her pregnant.
Did you make out with the abortion, George?
Love her. I wouldn't have made her do anything. But she betrayed me. You both did.
Did you kill her, George?
You have crossed me. That's a very bad idea. I've got connections. I mean real connections.
Well, this is very nice, isn't it? London property. So expensive these days.
Yes, certainly is.
Paid for in part by George Barton?
His choice, not mine.
Why would you be so generous?
It was Rosie's idea. We were very close. My mother brought us up together after Rosemary's parents died. It was her way of rewarding me for being such a good cousin. More of a brother, really.
But Rosemary had her own fortune. Surely she could have supported you without asking for her husband's help.
I could never have done that. Barton was another matter. I had no compunction at all about taking that bastard's money.
Why weren't you at the dinner with the others?
I wasn't invited. Barton doesn't like me. I don't like him much. Brash, crude, nouveau. For whatever reason, Rosemary married beneath her. I loved her, but I don't have to mix in his company. Rosie tried to kill herself twice before, you know.
Why would she do that?
I thought it was out of loneliness, feeling abandoned. I could understand that. But I never thought she'd go through with it. She was lovely, Rosie. I'll miss her.
What do you make of him?
I bet he doesn't win at the tables. Well, 2 more to go. But if, as you say, Alexandra didn't know about the affair...
And if Lucilla's the sweet person everyone says she is, no more suspects. And knowing how you love the company of women and loathe computers, I'll go back to the office and check on the boy wonder.
I guessed months ago.
Please, can we go into your room?
I don't want you near me.
What do you think I'm gonna do?
You're supposed to say sorry. How could you do this to me? Shh. To my family?
It wasn't deliberate.
You mean you didn't have a choice?
It just happened. Now, please, can we go into your office?
All you ever wanted from me was money. Or should I say position?
Don't say that.
Rosemary was nothing but a selfish, rich, uneducated piece of trash. She deserved everything she got.
Christ, you didn't kill her.
Don't be ridiculous, Stephen.
Bugger.
Mrs. Faraday?
It's Miss Lawrence, actually.
Oh, yes, of course. My apologies. My name is Reese. I work for McCain in the PM's office. We met briefly the other morning at your home.
I've just returned from a couple of days away from the office. I've got rather a lot to catch up on, I'm afraid.
I was just wondering how well you knew Mrs. Barton.
Hardly at all. My husband and I met her at a few functions and at the dinner that night, of course.
Perhaps your husband knew her better than you?
She wasn't part of his world. My husband lives for politics. He works 24 hours a day.
I should have taken better care of her, been more watchful. But she had George, money, beauty, and my poor Mark had such a difficult time. Do try one of the biscuits, they simply melt in your mouth. His father abandoned us when Mark was only 5, you know. He had to be my first priority. Poor Rosemary.
If it was murder...
But who?
Oh.
Well, at least there is one bright light on the horizon.
There is?
Iris and Fiz are getting married.
What is it, George?
You and Iris.
Who told you?
Onto a nice little earner, aren't you? Am I not paying you enough?
It's none of your business, mate.
Keep away.
Are we done? Because I'm in the middle of training.
I heard you refused to take the latest drug test.
I'm on a prescription.
That what they're calling it these days?
Oh, look, that is a load of bollocks, and you know it. I was set up.
Oh, yeah?
I'm doing what you told me, George. I'm keeping my nose clean.
Mess with Iris and you're finished.
Another suspect? Lucilla.
Alexandra Faraday.
So, there's the 2 Faradays.
And Barton?
He knew too?
He said not, but the man's an international mogul. He conducts deceit on a global scale. Who knows what he's hiding?
I really loved her, Colonel. You can scratch me off the list.
And Ruth Lessing? She seems to be in love with Barton.
She told you?
It's the way she looks at him.
Ah, that doesn't mean anything. Women look at men like that all the time.
Do they?
Yes, it eases off his tension. Anyway, she's the obvious suspect.
She is?
Well, she's dowdy and she wears specs. They're always the obvious suspects, especially if true beauty lurks behind the disguise.
Neither Lucilla nor Fizz seems to have a motive, but who knows what secrets they're hiding. At least you say Iris's grief seemed genuine.
Rosemary's will.
Where on earth did you get that?
Our whiz kid.
Huh?
If Rosemary died without having children, all her fortune went to Iris.
Oh.
Now, Iris knew Rosemary was pregnant, but she was shocked when I told her about the abortion. If she really didn't know, then she had every reason to kill her sister.
I was so happy for her. But that's why I know she couldn't have killed herself.
Which brings the number of suspects up to 5.
6, actually. Fizz. According to Lucilla, Fizz and Iris are about to marry.
Quick murder, make her an heiress.
Yep. Actually, we could add Drake to the list, just to make a prime number.
No. His cash machine and credit card transactions put him in Jerry's at the time of the murder. That's a casino in Belgravia.
Anybody could have been using them.
Yes, which is why we're checking the CCTV footage.
You said they don't have cameras inside clubs like that.
They do outside. Do you want stuffing with your chicken?
Yes. For Sam?
Too many suspects. We need a break. And those will rot your teeth.
Well. Oh, yes, Miss Lessing. Barton's doing what?
Who the hell do you think you are, telling me what to do?
Reenacting dinner at the club just doesn't seem to be such a wise idea.
I want to know who killed my wife.
You can leave that to us.
And what do you have? Nothing. No forensics, no proof, nothing.
We're interviewing all the suspects.
Nobody makes a fool of me. But I'll tell you this, by tonight, I'm going to find out who murdered my wife.
Stand back. Questions on. No comment to make. No comment. I'll have a statement for you shortly.
I understand, Prime Minister. Thank you. And please give my love to the family.
He says he'll take me back into government within a year. Maybe less. People have come back sooner after doing more. I love you.
It's all right, Stephen. I'm not going anywhere. Not for a while, anyway. As the PM so succinctly put it, if I walk out now, I lose the moral high ground. At least my father chose well when he chose him. Mind you, I'm the one who chose you.
I love you, Alex. Took that stupid affair to realize how much.
How did the PM find out?
Barton told McCain.
Good old George. He rang an hour ago. He wants us at the club for dinner tonight.
Yeah, she died. Is he mad?
This is crazy.
George never does anything without a plan.
This dinner is sick. Same clothes, same menu.
I swore I'd never wear this again.
Or maybe you don't have to. Maybe you and I could just stay here.
We have to go, Fizz. Whatever George has got planned, it's about what happened to Rosemary.
I want one of you to be at the party tonight, to stand in for my wife. I'll have you. Need to do something with the heir.
It is wrong, this dinner. Wrong, wrong.
I know.
She should never have married that man. I always said she was too good for him.
I seem to remember that she was too good for everyone else as well.
The man is insane.
George is upset. I'm sure he has his reasons.
You're too kind. Why do you stick up for him? Especially after the way he's treated you.
And I'm not defending him. It's just that grief affects us all in different ways.
Once she's buried, we'll have nothing more to do with him.
I'll look after you.
Ruth, those photos, do something with them, will you? I don't know. Put them away.
Are you sure about this dinner tonight?
Oh, don't question me about it. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I don't know where I'd be without you.
This is dreadful. Quite dreadful.
You'll be absolutely fine. Iris will look after you.
I miss her.
I miss her too. We all do. Try not to worry.
But finally, I'd just like to say I regret any embarrassment I've caused my government, my constituency, but most importantly, my wife and our families. Thank you.
What are you doing?
You said it was all right.
I never said you... How did you get on?
Don't worry. I couldn't get in the encrypted files.
We're going to be late. I thought you said the computer was safe.
Don't worry. Sam can't get into the encrypted files.
Oh, school not covered that yet.
Now, Sam, you mustn't ever touch this computer again. Do you understand? This is Grandad's, and it's very precious to him.
How much do you think he knows?
It's a preschool website, for God's sake.
He's mad.
It'll be over soon.
Look at Ruth. Maybe she's in this with Barton.
Where's she going?
George, I'm truly sorry for your loss.
You're an intelligent woman. I want you to dump him. Rosemary, I have made mistakes. She was the love of my life.
Well done, Andy.
To truth. Dance, Mrs. Faraday.
No, thank you. Well, yes, thank you.
All of you. Dance.
I couldn't possibly. Thank you.
Do you really think one of them's the murderer?
Barton, if he knew about the affair.
He just said he loved her.
Some people are very good at telling lies, even to themselves.
This is so cruel, George. I won't stay here a moment longer.
Just one more toast. Raise your glasses. Go on, then. To Rosemary.
To Rosemary.
To Rosemary.
To Rosemary. Oh my God! Jesus! Oh. Sick, George.
Very funny, George.
George, this is evil.
Come on, George.
How the bloody hell did this happen? Didn't you see anything?
No.
Barton gave money to the party. Without donors like him, he wouldn't have made it back into office.
What was in it for him?
Well, let's just say the potential for scandal has shot up several notches. I want this sorted out.
This is now a damage limitation exercise.
And I don't want any more dead bodies. Understood?
Oh, Kate, do you remember the old days? Berlin Wall,
Russian spy. Cambridge defectors.
political assassinations, Libya. At least there was some dignity in that. Maybe we're just getting old.
Not old. Older.
They've put us out to pasture, that's what's happened.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Football. Scrap metal millionaires.
Listen, who is it that the British politician fears most?
The electorate?
No, Angel. The British press. Any government in its right mind would run a mile from it.
Some people have been known to pursue it to Australia.
We're vital, Geoffrey.
Old and vital. Sounds like a shampoo.
The tox screen report's come back. It shows potassium cyanide in Barton's champagne, just like Rosemary's. Who stands to gain from killing both Rosemary and Barton?
Mrs. Faraday might have wanted Rosemary dead, but she'd have no reason to kill Barton.
And Faraday may have had reason to kill them both, but he's much too intelligent to do anything so stupid.
Ruth was in love with Barton.
That look again.
The scream over the body. And while Fizz may have disliked him, he'd no discernible motive for murder.
So, we're left with a devoted aunt and a grieving sibling.
Both unlikely. Back to square one, with double the body count.
First too many suspects?
Now none.
Barton's will.
Oh, what took you so long?
I couldn't get into his system. But his solicitor isn't so careful. He changed his will just after Rosemary's death.
So soon?
Rich men are meticulous about their affairs.
Actually, if it's all right with you, could I
Oh, yes, yes, and off you go.
Good night. Oh, actually, we should do the same. I'm exhausted. Why is it that your green fingers never extend beyond the garden?
To give you something to do? Would you believe it? The bulk of his estate goes into a trust for schools in the third world. Barton the philanthropist.
It hardly offsets a lifetime of exploitation.
He's left Lucilla, the house she lives in, and a fair bit of cash, and the remainder, quite a considerable fortune, actually, goes to Iris.
I keep seeing his face. George. How he looked when he died.
And it makes you think of Rosemary. Me too. I'm so sorry.
I'm scared, Fizz. Everything is getting out of control.
I know, but it's over.
Is it?
I wouldn't mind having a nephew-in-law who left me a house.
I wouldn't mind having a daughter who finished hers.
You'll miss them when they're gone.
I think my mother's had enough.
We won't be long.
Did you notice anyone come near the table last night? A stranger who could have put something in Barton's drink? Or know of anyone who wanted him dead?
That is enough.
If you don't mind.
Well, George had many enemies. He wasn't a very nice man, even to people who had done him no harm, like Mark.
Oh, sorry to be a nuisance, but I couldn't have some more hot water in this, could I?
Of course, darling.
So, Barton never gave your son anything?
What sort of things?
Money?
Of course not.
Can you think of anyone who might have wanted both Barton and Rosemary dead?
No.
Iris? Or Mr. Fitzgerald, perhaps?
Oh, never.
Ruth?
She's been loyal to him for years.
Or the Faradays?
Oh, he's far too intelligent. His wife's a QC. Well, they could weather infidelity, but murder?
Do you know the terms of Mr. Barton's will?
No.
He's left Iris a considerable inheritance, and you this house and a rather large sum of money.
It's odd that she didn't know about Barton's payments to Drake. Maybe it was blackmail.
If it was, last thing Drake would want is Barton's death. His money's just turned up.
In future, if you want to talk to my mother, go through me.
Why didn't you tell her Barton was giving you money?
Rosie didn't want her to know. I respected that.
Where were you last night?
I was at Jerry's casino until Mother rang about George. You can ask, there are plenty of witnesses. I had no reason to kill Barton, Colonel. Quite the opposite, in fact.
Okay, that's good. That was Hoffman. Iris is at the gym.
Hardly the act of the grief-stricken.
Well, she did the same the day after her sister died. Could be classic displacement activity.
Could be classic covering up.
Unfortunately, I was rather hard on her.
You want me to talk to her?
Yes.
Oh, she would have spotted me last night at the club.
Not in all that confusion. Pity exercise is a problem, or you could pose as a client.
Exercise isn't a problem.
Really?
I thought personal trainers were booked up months in advance.
Well, Andy says a space has just come free.
Only 5 more. 4. Okay.
3.
No, I really don't think I can.
You can do it, Mr. Johnson. Come on, OK? 2. Nearly there. 1. Well done. OK. 20 minutes on the treadmill and you're done. Right, don't let your heart rate drop. Yeah.
I know who you are. I was sure I recognised the face. First your sister died, didn't she? Then her husband. Surely they left you a lot of money.
I don't know anything about any money. You're press, aren't you?
Can I have a word?
Sure.
It's not about work or anything. Actually, no, that's exactly what it is about. Whenever I start getting serious about somebody, she asks me what I do, and then when I lie, she sees straight through me. She then decides, well, if I'm prepared to lie about that, then I'm probably lying about everything else. And it turns out that women don't want to go out with men who lie all the time.
It's one of the hazards of undercover work.
Yeah. Why do they always know?
Because you're telling them.
You've lost me.
You see, spotting a lie isn't just feminine intuition. It's all about body language. People pick up on the tiniest details. Quite subconsciously, it can be avoiding eye contact or nervous fidgeting. Anything.
So, is there a way you can teach me how to lie without getting caught?
I suppose there are techniques. Maybe later.
Nothing from Iris. I'm bungled that. And if I die of a heart attack, it'll be your fault.
You silly old bugger.
I'm quite serious.
Tea?
We're back. The wiring's progressing nicely, but Sam's a little bit worried about his room. He says it looks like Swiss cheese.
Tea, Bex? Oh, lovely. Cup of tea, Sam.
3 sugars. And Mummy, hurry up. My program's starting.
Give me a hand, Sam.
Oh. Thanks, Granny. Mom, it's starting.
Okay.
Oh, sugar.
Oh, my fault. Sorry, that's Sam's. I saw Sam's toy and I thought that's where he was sitting.
Iris's handbag.
Iris's handbag.
Suppose the poison wasn't intended for Barton at all.
We've been racking our brains trying to work out who had a motive for killing both Rosemary and Barton. Her handbag must have fallen off her chair.
Yes, and one of the waiters picked it up and put it back in the wrong place.
At some point, the poison glass was substituted.
Using the handbag as a marker.
So the sparkling cyanide was meant for Iris.
Why? I'll tell Andy to search for her will.
Don't you remember? If Iris dies before probate, all Rosemary's estate goes to Lucilla.
Lucilla. But would she have known about the will?
We do. And if she knew about Iris, she probably knew that Rosemary had to die without children for Iris to inherit.
No, she loved the girls.
She was abandoned by her husband, lived alone on dwindling money. Rosemary inherited a fortune, had George. Iris was beautiful, about to marry. Resentment, jealousy, greed. Your territory.
I think if we're going to go down the family line, my money's on Mark Drake.
He has an alibi. But if we're right about the rest, it means one thing.
Iris is in danger. don't believe you.
If George Barton's death was a mistake, somebody clearly wants to kill you.
But why would anyone want to hurt me?
You have inherited quite a lot of money.
But I haven't made out a will. Who's going to want to kill me if I haven't done that?
Well, Lucilla Drake.
Well, that's ridiculous. Aunt Lucilla couldn't hurt a fly. She has been like a mother to me. I'm not listening to this.
Iris, even if it isn't Lucilla, you're clearly in danger.
We'd like you to come with us just until this is all over.
Fizz will take care of me. Now, I'd like you to leave.
So much for the powers of persuasion.
I'll arrange surveillance.
Pick up, Fizz. It's me. You won't believe what's just happened, okay? Just ring me as soon as you get this.
But who would want to kill her?
Someone who stands to gain from her death, from the death of both of your nieces.
I don't know who that could be.
You don't think my mother had something to do with this, do you?
When Rosemary died childless, her money went to Iris. If Iris dies before probate, all the money goes to Mrs. Drake.
But why would I want money? I already have a bequest from George.
But Barton's death was a mistake.
Oh, this is ridiculous. You're not seriously suggesting...
And the intended victim of the second killing was Iris.
When their parents died, I took those girls in. I fed them, clothed them, put a roof over their head, helped them with their homework when I could. I brought them up and loved them as though they were my own. Are you going to stand there?
I want you to leave.
I don't care. I couldn't kill them. I wouldn't kill them.
You must understand, 9 million is a large amount of money.
Please, I would like you to go.
You heard her. Leave us alone. Go on!
This is becoming a bit of a habit. You know, I'm with Iris on this. I don't think Lucilla did it.
Now you tell me. So, who stands to gain?
Well, Lucilla. And Drake, of course.
Lucilla and
Yes.
Drake.
But Lucilla isn't the type, and Drake was gambling in Jerry's club at the time.
And how do we know that?
From the CCTV footage outside the club.
Kate, we really need your whiz kid to be wrong.
The scanner scans a photo of Drake into the computer. You see, every person in the world has a unique set of facial measurements. The computer then memorizes those measurements. Then, no matter what Drake does to disguise himself, if he wears a hat or grows a beard, the computer will recognize him, even from only a fragment of the face. So, here's the footage of the night of Rosemary's murder. Here's Mark Drake going in. The computer zooms in on the face, identifies and logs the facial characteristics, and picks him up, leaving Jerry's casino.
At 23:31, just as he said.
And this is the footage of the night of George Barton's murder. Here's Mark Drake again. The system has picked him up on his way into Jerry's casino. The time is 1951. Now, the next time the camera records him, he's leaving the casino at 23:45.
Again, just as he said. What about another exit?
They're alarmed, and no alarms went off on either night.
What if he disabled the alarm?
Leave it with me.
are you? Ring me, Fears, please. I'm frightened. Hi, it's me, Iris. Can I come over? Please. It is really important. Thank you.
You were right. He obviously left the club through a back entrance without setting off the alarm. I tried all the CCTV cameras near Jerry's casino and picked him up 100 meters away. Here, just after 8 o'clock on the night that Barton died. Must have thought that no one would recognize him in that scarf. Even though you can hardly see his face, the digital recognition system on the CCTV a few hundred meters away picks him up. We can follow him across town as he crosses Grosvenor Street, and then on the west side of Berkeley Square, and here on his way to the nightclub, an hour before Barton's murder.
He seems to be waiting for someone there.
Now watch closely, and you'll see who he's waiting for. You see? It's Ruth Lessing.
So she's the one meeting Drake?
Was Drake there on the night of Rosemary's murder?
Well, as far as I can tell, he really was at Jerry's casino. She's obviously not happy about something. She must have come out of the club specifically to talk to him. It's a shame there's no sound. But at least the footage has given us another piece of the jigsaw.
We must ring Iris. Bring her in for safekeeping.
Hello?
It's me, Iris.
Iris, darling, come on up.
What are you going to do?
Let her in, of course. And you're going to stay out of sight in the bathroom.
Mark.
Darling, haven't I always promised you that everything will be all right?
That was before George. No more,
Of
Mark,
course not.
please.
Now go on. Hide in the bathroom.
They thought Aunt Lucilla was going to hurt me.
What?
Can you believe it? When I couldn't find Fears, I didn't know where else to go.
I'll look after you.
I know. This is so dreadful.
Yeah. It makes you quite paranoid. I even drew up my will a couple of days ago.
Whole thought of a will makes me feel sick.
You haven't made one?
No. I must. And God knows what would happen to the money if I were to die without one.
It would go to your nearest relative.
Aunt Lucilla?
Mm-hmm. Tea?
I know. There's a CCTV camera outside Drake's flat. I saw it when we were there. Can we access it?
Yes. Drake's place.
You can, what's the word?
Call up.
Call up images from CCTV cameras anywhere in London.
Anywhere in the world.
But you need police clearance.
Well, if you've got the right gear, you can even pinpoint somebody in a room in disguise from a satellite hundreds of miles in space. Between CCTV and credit card transactions, there's no privacy left.
It's diabolical.
Let me call up some earlier footage.
Iris. So she's still in there?
Yes.
Ring the police and get us a car.
Thank you.
There you go.
Did I tell you your mother came to see me?
No.
She wanted to make sure I was going to take care of you.
She shouldn't have done that.
Yes, she should. We're a family. Mark, I want to help.
Your tea will be getting cold.
Oh, I should tell you. Fizz and I are going to be married.
That's wonderful news. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Don't touch it!
Ruth, why are you here? I'm sorry, I thought... You thought it was poisoned. But we're family.
No, Mother and I were a family till you and Rosemary turned up and spoilt it all. The least you could all do is take care of me.
Rosemary loved you.
She never shared her money.
She wanted to. Grandfather's will wouldn't allow it.
She could have found a way, but she didn't. So I did. I was desperate and she knew it.
Mark, what are we going to do?
Arrange a suicide. Bring her coat.
No, please.
Mark.
Bring her coat.
No, don't. Please don't. Please don't.
Get the door. Come on.
Get off me!
Get the door.
I'm not going! Get off me! Get off me!
What are you doing? Bitch!
What on earth had he promised you?
The world. I'd have done anything for him. Well, I did, didn't I?
You're beautiful. Do you know that?
Don't be silly.
And much too modest. George should take better care of you.
George is all right. I knew it was too good to be true.
Then he asked you to poison Rosemary.
It was easy. I just slipped a little potassium cyanide into her glass when no one was looking. I never realized the death would be so dreadful.
And Barton?
I put the poison glass in what I thought was Iris's place. I don't understand what happened.
Iris's bag was dropped on the floor. And then it was put back in Barton's place by mistake. When Iris came back to the table, she picked up a bag and she sat down in her place.
I told Mark I couldn't do it. But he met me outside the club. and told me that if I didn't do it, he'd tell the police about the first murder. Well, I thought I'd got away with that, so I had no choice. But today, when Iris arrived, I just couldn't do it. No more. No more.
But Barton gave Drake regular monthly payments.
He had huge gambling debts. Said his life was in danger. But George refused to increase his allowance. Mark said that left him no choice. He had to get his hands on Rosemary's money. Mark knew that Rosemary would leave the money to Iris and that Iris would leave it to his mother.
Even if George's death was a mistake, he got what he deserved. And the girls? Well, they just kept getting in my way. My mother's such a silly woman. She'll do anything for me.
An airline pilot. Oh, no, that's dreadful. I work in IT. I work for a secret government department. This is such bollocks.
Why do you want to learn to lie effectively?
So I can have a relationship that lasts longer than a week.
And what's the job that you tell these women that you do?
I, work for a computer firm processing insurance claims.
See, there you are, you see, you lied. Your body stiffened and you went to cross your arms, your eyes flicked away, and then you held my gaze too firmly. And that little triangle between your eyebrows, that twitched. That's called your Darwin grief muscle.
Oh, can I stop it?
You can. I mean, people do, but...
But I'm not allowed to tell anyone what I do, so...
But when you have a long-term relationship, you can, and she gets vetted.
And until then?
And until then, you practice lying until you no longer betray the signals. Or you convince yourself that what you know to be a lie is really the truth.
You can do that?
Well, you can if you're an actor. Or a psychopath. Like Ruth Lessing and Mark Drake. But in the end, neither could hide the truth.
And you remember no one, apart from guests and staff, coming near the table?
No. I was watching from over there. There was no one.
She was lovely, Rosie. I'll miss her.
Let's get married as soon as possible. Yeah?
Yeah. Let's hope that Fizz loves her more for herself than her money.
Lucilla won't do too badly either. At least Mark Drake won't be around to spend her money for her. I suppose that's a kind of justice.
And nothing to embarrass the party or the PM.
Reputations are safe. Unless you know something we don't. Actually, there is one thing that still puzzles me.
I know. Rosemary's abortion. If she really wanted children, why didn't she just have the baby? Whoever the father was.
Perhaps she didn't really want children.
I think she was afraid. I don't think she and Barton had slept together for a very long time.
Maybe she was going to leave Barton.
Will the PM let Faraday back into the government?
Not if Alexandra divorces him.
Maybe he can woo her back. Fortunate for him that politicians tell such convincing lies.
Or perhaps he really does love her.
Thank you. They found the murderer. Ruth, put up to it by a cousin of Rosemary's, Mark Drake. I'm sorry, Alex. for everything. I can only say I'm sorry.
You were never in love with me. You only ever cared about your career.
Maybe. In the beginning. All right. Yes. In the beginning. Please don't cry. There's no reason for you to believe me when I tell you that I love you, but I do.
And when did you discover that? When the PM sacked you?
Stop it. When I realized what I was doing was hurting you. You're an amazing woman. I don't want to imagine being without you. You've become part of me.
Why should I believe you, Stephen?
I never said I loved you when it was a lie. I'm saying it now because it's true. I love you, Alex. Can we try again?
The rascal's in bed.
Uh-huh.
So, how was your day?
Boring.
Boring.
Well, mine was an absolute nightmare. The guttering is absolutely useless.
I think we may have a little spy in the making.
And what are you doing out of bed?
I know. Why doesn't Grandad read you a story?
The mole had been working very hard all the morning, spring cleaning his little home. First with brooms, then with dusters, then on ladders and steps and chairs, with a brush and a pail of whitewash, till he had dust in his throat and eyes, and splashes of whitewash all over his black fur, and an aching back and weary arms. Spring was moving in the air above and in the earth below and around him, penetrating even his dark and lowly little house with its spirit of divine discontent and with its spirit of divine discontent and longing.